Hello, in this tutorial we're going to talk a little bit about piping. And piping, in a nutshell, is a way in which you can insert or pipe text from previous questions, responses, into subsequent questions or subsequent question response scales. Now, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So why don't we just jump into some examples. I've created a survey here called Survey with Piping. It just has a very basic design with some obvious illustrative examples. So I've created a 7-question survey, but the first 3 questions are relevant to piping. So here I have question 1. Please select your favorite sport: football, baseball, basketball, tennis, or soccer. Then the next question is, what type of X organizations do you follow? And I just put X there as a placeholder. So that's where we'll pipe whatever response from question 1 they select. You can also use piping with closed-ended or open-ended questions. So in question 3 it's an open-ended, and we can insert or pipe from question 1 whatever response they select by, please tell us which are your favorite X teams. So favorite baseball teams or football teams. And as with any of our features, they apply across the board to, since we're a multimodality system and a cross-platform system, all of our features apply to whether you're doing an online survey or a mobile web survey, or even our offline survey apps like for the Apple iPad or Android or even Windows, mobile or kiosk apps. So just to want to make sure that's clear. So I'm going to jump in to question 2 and go to define piping. And the reason I'm going to question 2 is you need a question before the question you're working with in order to pipe from. So you can never pipe from question 1. So I'm going to click go. And the first thing it's going to ask me for is to set my question identifier. And I'm using question 1 here. And I'm going to just say use the sport. You can put anything you want in here. It's just a placeholder label. But sport seems intuitive since I'm asking you to select your favorite sport. So we'll go ahead and do that and save. And now this piping wizard, as it says, allows you to prepare your question or option text based on the previous question's response scale. So to use it, you can drag and drop. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this into each response, and I'll put a little space there and drag this in here, and I'll put a little space and drag that in there. In this particular case, yeah, that will work, and I'm going to put that in there. I actually also was going to insert it into the question. So you can insert it into your response scales and or your question as well. So let's go back into define piping, because I forgot to drag that over into and I'm just going to, it automatically puts it right at the end. So I'm going to cut that and paste it in here, clean that up a little bit, drop my question. And so what type of sport organizations do you follow? Great. Let's save that. And you can see we don't include an icon like we do with advanced branching or simple branching adjacent to each question where you've applied that technique, because you do have these distinct symbols indicating, okay, we have piping applied to this question too. Let's go ahead and add some piping to question 3. And this is an open-ended question, so it's a little bit different. And we'll go ahead and just drag this in here, and I will cut and paste that into here, and there we go. I accidentally deleted that, so I'm going to add my colon in there. That looks good. Let's save that. And now we should see piping from whatever in question 1 we have selected, the response selected by the respondent, piped into question 2 and 3. Why don't we take a quick preview? And this is an online survey for simple previewing purposes, but like I said, we could distribute this to any device as well. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the survey, and let's say I'm going to select baseball as question 1. That should be piped to question 2. What type of baseball organizations do you follow? College baseball, professional baseball, or college and professional? I actually follow professional baseball. So, and then question 3, it should also pipe. So please tell us which are your favorite baseball teams. So it knew to pipe baseball not only in question 2 in the question text, but in each of the response options for question 2, as well as the question text for the open-ended question number 3. So that's a quick example of how piping can be used within your survey instrument design process, and have fun with this one. It can really save you a lot of time instead of having to repeat, like your subsequent question, saying, well, in previous question, if you answered baseball, which are your favorite baseball teams? So it gets a little awkward having to do that, and this allows you to avoid it. So enjoy, and thank you for your time. Bye-bye.